Hey there, beautiful, magical Aquarians. Welcome to your reading today. And this is your reading for the month of September. And I feel like the energy has shifted a little bit. We're getting closer to the fall equinox, and you can feel the quality of the air is shifting as it tends to do during mutable sign periods. We are in Virgo right now, but we will soon be in Libra, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, Aquariuses. I don't know why I started off with that little jingle there for you, but let's go ahead and get it for my Aquarians, okay? And I'm gonna lay your cards out in an astrological wheel where I'm gonna have 12 cards which represent your 12 houses, respective houses, and we'll be looking at your body, your family, your health, your partnerships, your career. We'll be taking a look at everything, okay? When I said we'll be taking a look at your body, that sounded a little creepy, Aquarian, so so forgive me for that, but let's go ahead and get into it for you today. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of Aquarius, who comes here today seeking your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium in the channel between yourself and the Aquarian people watching this reading. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Again, you don't have to be an Aquarian to watch this reading. You could be cross-watching for someone else. And for those of you that would like to hit the extended reading, we will have an 18+ extended love reading, and there'll be a link to my Vimeo channel below. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into the energy. What do the Aquarians need to know coming up here over the next month or so? What do my Aquarians need to know and be aware of? Please and thank you. Please and okay. So there's strength, and I'm gonna put that out there as a significator for you guys, but we're gonna be really methodical about your houses, okay, as I set those up. So Spirit, show me what Aquarius needs to, okay, they want that. What Aquarius needs to know. We have the first house, second house, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and your 12th house, okay? Ooh, Aquarians, the 5 of Swords is on the bottom of the deck here. And so this tells me that you guys are coming from a place of feeling like, I want to say the word is miffed. You know, when you're just like, I don't really know why that situation went that way. I don't really understand it. I don't understand people sometimes. I don't understand why people are the way they are. People can be very rude and fucked up. And I think with strength here, you guys stand in your integrity, and you know how to handle situations really well, but I feel like a lot of other people don't. And this could have you reflecting on human behavior in general. There's a song by Bjork, for those of you that have ever heard of the musician Bjork, and she is a Scorpio. I think she's a double Scorpio, and she has a song called Human Behavior. If you ever have gotten close to a human and human behavior, you better be ready to get confused, okay? So that's one of the lyrics from the song. And the 5 of Swords is actually an Aquarius card in the tarot. It represents Venus in Aquarius. Venus doesn't do well in Saturn-ruled signs, so that's why we're having some issues here, okay? But I think you guys have the maturity, responsibility, and strong foundation, even of knowledge and spirituality within you, to handle the situations that may come your way and the things that you may stumble upon, okay? And I'm just getting that whole, like, you can do it, you know, where you take like it's almost like that cartoon, you know, like Popeye or something, where you take the fist and you go, you can do it, Aquarius, okay? So let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna go ahead and dive. We'll get more into everything, of course, as we go, but let me just turn over your cards here, okay? So we have the Four of Pentacles for your first house, and you're not giving away any ground whatsoever. If people thought they got one over on you before, or they think that you don't know what they're up to, I think you're very well aware of it, okay? So we have the Four of Pentacles here, saying that you're holding your ground. We have the Two of Swords in your house of money. We have the Five of Cups in your third house of communication. We have the Six of Cups in your fourth house of family, okay? And family represents many different things to people, but that's a very sweet card, okay? That's a very forgiving, trusting, and sweet card when it wants to be, okay? When it's reversed, it's nasty, but upright, we'll take it. Aw, the Sun in your fifth house of pleasure. Hey now. And this is where you guys can really have some fun, okay? And really feel like excited about life again. And really maybe for some of you running into some old friends, or just seeing some people that really have a way of making you feel warm, nurtured, welcomed, okay? And being recognized for the true individual spirit that you are. That's very exciting. I like that for you. And for those of you that are very creative, or you do some type of acting, or you do some type of, you know, you like going to plays, or you're involved in plays, or you're involved in some type of production, or you have some type of vision that only you can create and only you can manifest because it's held within you. This is a good time for that. This is a really, really nice time for that. So I like that. Also, the fifth house in astrology is the house of children. So for those of you that have children, or you're looking for good news, like, you know, with the Five of Cups in your third house of communication, it would be nice to hear some good news, okay? And the Five of Cups can really make us question ourselves and what we said and our perception of things, and feeling like maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe regretting some things. Or on the other hand, regretting that you didn't say something, or that you didn't stand up for yourself with this Five of Swords in the past, okay? But I mean, I think the time now is to live vibrantly, openly, freely, to wave your freak flag, so to speak, okay? And yeah, so like I said, for those of you that also have children, your children might be in a much better mood. If they've been in a shitty mood, or they haven't been happy lately, your children, you might be feeling very energetic and very happy and very appreciative of you, which is always helpful when it comes to your kids. They may have a lot of energy and be kind of spastic right now for those of you that have kids, but it's better than, you know, it's better than them being, you know, mean to each other. It's better than them being really depressed or those types of things. So that's nice. That's nice for you, Aquarius. There's a lot of Leo energy already all over this reading, and also Scorpionic energy. So some of you could have Leo or Scorpio in your chart too, or be around Leo or Scorpios. But let's see, we have the Two of Pentacles in your sixth house. There's some give and take there. And there's this sense of not wanting to spend your money, or not wanting to, you know, not wanting to, it's like if you get a bill and you go and you have a doctor visit and you take a look at it and it's more than you expected, you're trying to kind of find ways to cut corners, or maybe trying to find ways to save money when it comes to your health, okay? Because the Six of Pentacles, also this could talk about you guys kind of overdoing it at times, or running yourself ragged a little bit for other people, because the sixth house in astrology is also a house of stress. okay? But I mean, I feel like you guys with the Four of Pentacles in your first house, you're very strong, stable, and able to handle whatever may come your way, okay? But let's look at your house of partnership. Ooh, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. We have the Four of Pentacles in your first house and the Five of Pentacles in your seventh house. So we're gonna talk about that in detail. And for those of you that are talking to someone, and when I say your house of partnership, even if you're not dating anyone, this could be the type of person that you usually date, or this could be a person that you're talking to, or a person that you've had a deep relationship with or are currently with. So when I say partner, you know, I'm saying your seventh house is your house of partnerships. So, you know, for some of you, I feel like it's been enough to just stabilize yourself in your own surroundings and to be able to buy something nice for yourself or your family members every once in a while, to create a solid foundation where everything is happy and nothing is really rocking your world or changing in too many ways, okay? However, I think with your partnerships, they may have a tendency to upset your health, okay, with the Two of Pentacles in your sixth house, or they may have a tendency to wear you out or wear you down. I think just standing on your own, you guys are good, you know? Like you guys, it's not like you haven't had your share of issues, but you know how to stand on your own and maintain where you're at. When you add other people into the equation, that's where things get a little bit off balance and things become a struggle. And a partner may very well feel like a burden to you right now, Aquarius. And some of you just might be saying, I don't have time for all that noise right now. I don't have time to deal with like somebody who's dead weight, or I don't have time to feel sorry for someone else because they really can't get their shit together. And I mean, I feel you are very compassionate with the Six of Cups in your fourth house of family. And like I said, family can mean many different things. It could be, you know, the family we create. It could be, you know, our pets. It could be our ancestors. It could be, you know, it could be a number of things. It could be our best friends that we consider, for, you know, to be as close as family, okay? But I mean, I feel like you guys are very generous when you have that deep bond with someone with the Six of Cups in your fourth house. However, there have been times where people have lied to you, and I think it's made you pretty damn mad with the Five of Cups in your third house of communication, okay? And may have created a little bit of bitterness at times, okay? I think you're gonna have the opportunity to actually enjoy yourself and be light and free with the Sun in your fifth house of pleasure, okay? So I think that works out for you. And when you're on your own and you're doing your own thing, or you're around people that you're super comfortable with, that have been around for a while, because the Six of Cups has that real sense of familiarity and that deep sense of bond, you're good. But when you throw yourself into, you know, the Shark Tank of life when it comes to partnerships, and I don't know why I just referenced the Shark Tank. Maybe some of you guys like that show, the Shark Tank, or you've watched that show before. It's a show where people put their ideas forward, like as entrepreneurs, and then they get people to invest in what they're doing. But anyway, the Shark Tank of life. So, you know, when you are just with and of yourself, you can handle things just fine. But I think if you add one more thing to it with the Five of Pentacles in your seventh house of partnerships, it starts to feel very weary and heavy. Now, for those of you, you guys may also think that some of your partners are not very responsible with their money, okay? You may think that they're not very good with their money, or that they don't really take care of themselves that well. They don't take care of their health. They never go to see the doctor. And I get it, you know, it's expensive. Like, insurance is very expensive, and if you don't have access to it, I mean, I think especially in the United States, you just learn to kind of ignore your health issues because it's so expensive and intimidating when that bill comes. So I get it. And there may be some issues around that. Okay. And the Five of Pentacles is the Lord of material trouble. It can also be called the Lord of worry. All right. So this is a card where, you know, and the Four of Pentacles says, you know, I got you. Well, at least I've got me. I don't know if I've got you, but I sure as hell got me. I'm going to be all right over here with the Four of Pentacles. But the Four of Pentacles isn't necessarily known for his or her generosity. However, I think you guys are very loving and generous when you care about others. You just don't want to be screwed over again or lied to, is what I'm seeing here. And I also feel like with you being the Four of Pentacles and your partner being the Five of Pentacles, you know, you're not really falling for their stories of, you know, self-pity or victimhood. Like some of you guys may be kind of not wanting to, you know, not wanting to succumb to that because it could affect you in ways too, okay? So some people around you may feel like with the Four of Pentacles that you're not being as nice, or you're not being as sensitive to their problems, or you're not being as open to hearing all the different excuses or the things that come up, okay? But I mean, you gotta, you know, in this world, we have to be able to take care of ourselves first, right? With strength. Before we have to be able to stand on our own and feel confident in ourselves and feel comfortable with who we are inside and outside before we start dedicating all of our time and energy to someone else, okay? And the Five of Pentacles can definitely indicate a deficit of energy. So some of you may have a partner that has a real deficit of energy right now, okay? And if you're dating, you could have somebody that cancels the date because they're not feeling well, they've got a cough, you know, which of course it's like, I don't want to subject myself to that with the Four of Pentacles, okay? And the Two of Pentacles in your House of Health is like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, and some of you, if you are dating someone or you like someone, they may actually be sick or not feeling that well, and they may need you to bring them something or to help them out with something. And it's like, well, shit, you know, I'm kind of putting myself at risk here with the Two of Pentacles in your 6th house, okay? And some of you may have had your own health concerns and issues as well. And you just, you know, it takes a lot in today's economy to be able to handle everything and to pay for everything and to do everything. And sometimes there's trade-offs, you know. Sometimes we have, okay, and Spirit just gave me something very specific as well regarding someone's health and a sprained ankle, or somebody who's having an issue with the sprained ankle, or maybe you sprained your ankle in the past and sometimes it acts up on you, okay? So I am getting that energy too. Also, just be careful, watch where you're going, watch what you're doing. Maybe you guys are like, yeah, I know Mercury's retrograde. I'm not even gonna move from where I'm sitting. I'm just gonna sit here and let it pass me by. And I get it if you feel that way. I get it, okay? Let's look at your 8th house. We have, oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is very interesting because this is your first court card. And whenever we see a court card, it's representing an actual person, okay? And this is also, the 8th house is very interesting because it's the house of your partner's money, okay? And for some of you, your partner may be going through some difficult times financially. The Five of Pentacles is also a card of being embarrassed about where we're at. You know, if you look at their clothes, they're pretty tattered, you know, they're looking pretty hard up, okay? Or they're looking pretty, and look at the foot there. The foot also looks like somebody's on, you know, crutches and they've hurt their foot or something here too. So another image of that. But anyway, and this person is wearing one shoe in the snow and going barefoot in the snow. So with one foot is barefoot and one foot is wearing a shoe. So it shows us that we feel like we don't really have what we need and we're unprepared for what's coming our way. Now, when it comes to your partnerships, some of you may be the one that is always taking care of things money-wise, okay, when it comes to your partnerships. But I think with the Two of Swords in your second house, you don't really want to be the person in that role anymore. The other thing I'm getting is a partner, because the 8th house is the house of your partner's money, is that a partner is usually used to taking care of people financially or being the one that takes care of things, okay? And for right now, I'm just getting the number 333. So I have to tell you guys, it's 8:33 right now, but it looks like 333 when I look at my clock, okay? But anyway, I just needed to say that to you in case some of you have been seeing that number a lot. But some of you may have somebody that is a little bit embarrassed about their financial situation right now, or their health situation right now, or the mess that they've kind of got themselves into. And they may be a little bit too ashamed or too embarrassed to ask for help, or they may be like embarrassed because they're always the one that usually is taking care of things or helping out with things, okay? But also with the Queen of Pentacles in your 8th house, for some of you, there may be, because the Queen of Pentacles is also a house of debt. And so for some of you here, you may be needing to borrow money for some of you, maybe a parental figure, or some of you may have had a mother that was, your mother was helping out or giving you money, okay? Or you were the one helping your mother out or helping your kids out, okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles knows how to take care of things. And when you put her in the 8th house, the 8th house is a very anxiety-ridden place. And it's a very rough house, especially in traditional astrology. The 6th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house are all difficult. So there is somebody in your 8th house who's been experiencing anxieties and difficulties and has been trying to keep themselves afloat, but I feel is having difficulties. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the tarot represents Capricorn energy. So somebody here the queens in the tarot all represents cardinal, okay? Cardinal signs, and cardinal earth is Capricorn, okay? So I'm saying that because there may be a Capricorn, or some of you may have Capricorn in your chart too, who is going to be very influential in your house of debt and anxiety, okay? And if somebody was usually there and able to help in the past, I feel like it's going to be a little bit hard for them to do that right now, okay? And some of you may be saying, yeah, it's me. I'm always the one that is, you know, taking care of people. I'm always the one that is showing up, you know, trying to make sure everyone else is okay. I'm always the one, you know, taking care of things and looking the other direction, right? Because the Two of Swords is also a card of contrived peace, okay? So it's the Lord of Peace, but it's not it's not like, wow, everything is great, okay? It's more like everything's fine. I don't really want to look at it. I know I need to make some decisions about my finances, but I really don't want to. I think if I just save and hold on to what I have and stop giving it to other people, then maybe I'll be okay, okay? So there is something going on with that, I feel like, for you as well, Aquarians. And it's like with the Queen of Pentacles, I don't always want to be the one to have to bail everyone out, okay? And someone literally could be bailing someone out from jail, okay? Okay, and the 5 of Cups in your 3rd house is very interesting because the 3rd house is the house of siblings, okay? So some of you may have siblings that got in trouble a lot or disappointed you a lot, or you had to bail them out from things a lot, okay? But with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, there is some type of, I feel, some type of an embarrassment or some type of a shrinking away because we don't want And it may not always be, I don't think it's on your end, Aquarius. I think it may be with some of the people you've been dealing with, okay? And frankly, they should be embarrassed about their behavior because they're coming up as the five, you know, they're coming up as having put you through the Five of Swords. So frankly, they should be embarrassed about their behavior. And some of you maybe have had an argument with the sibling, or you've been very disappointed you've been very disappointed in the way that people have been sharing their feelings, or have been trying to talk to you. It's been very disappointing as of lately, okay? And with the Queen of Pentacles in your 8th house, there's this energy of, I'm just gonna keep this for myself. I'm not going to tell everyone about this because all it does is, you know, all it does is set me back, and I really can't afford to be set back anymore, okay? So I think there's something interesting there for you guys. Now let's see your 9th house, the Two of Wands. I like that, okay. And there's a real feeling of, what can I do? What can I do to feel better and make good things happen for myself? And I love the 9th house and the 5th house. I gotta find my wand here, okay? If you can see my wand and where I'm pointing with the 9th house and the 5th house, okay? The 9th house and the 5th house are really nice houses, you know? They're buoyant houses. They're houses where we can get, you know, a really good shot of energy and a really good shot of motivation if they're doing well. And I would say your 9th house and your 5th house are very motivated to seek better experiences for yourself with the Two of Wands in your 9th house, okay? It's like, I know there's a much bigger world out there, and I know there's much more that I could be doing with my time. And, you know, the Four of Pentacles can make us feel a little restless too, because it's a lot of waiting and sitting and, you know, it's a lot of, I don't know if you guys remember that song from the early 2000s called Sitting, Wishing, Waiting by an artist named Jack Johnson. But whenever I see the Four of Pentacles, I think of that song, Sitting, Wishing, Waiting. But anyway, the Two of Wands in your house of dreams and visions and higher education and travel and learning that moves you into a new direction in your life is really taking off with the Two of Wands, and is quite energized to turn away from some of the old patterns of giving our power away in situations that drag us down, particularly in partnerships with the Five of Pentacles in your house of partnerships. Now, I am also getting an energy here, Aquarians, of some of you guys being straight up single, like single as a Pringle. Do you know what I'm saying, Aquarians? Okay, I feel like some of you may even be single by choice, because it's like, you know, whenever I get together with someone, I go into my old ways of, you know, caretaking or people pleasing, or I start wringing my hands about where the connection is going, or I'm, you know, I just feel like overwhelmed by these experiences, okay? So, you know, and I feel it takes me out of my power, and I really need to be focused right now with the Four of Pentacles in your first house, okay? So I feel like some of you may actually be like, yeah, you know, I'm not really jazzed right now about my partnerships. I'm not really feeling the vibes. I'm not feeling the flow. I'm not, as there's so many ways you can say it, right, Aquarius? You know, with the Strength card as your significator, it's like, you know, I'd rather just do my own thing and have the ability to do what I want to do and have the authority over my own life and really run things the way I see fit in my own life, rather than constantly having to attend to 100 different things that are making me nervous because my partner is a hot mess, okay? So I think some of you are on that, you know, I just got the word booby trap as well. So some of you may think, you know, is that another booby trap when you meet a partner? Did I just step into a trap door and disappear again with the Queen of Pentacles in the 8th house? Okay. And some of you may have had a mother that was like that too, that was very self-sacrificing or always giving of her energy all the time. And maybe some of you have determined, I don't want to be like that, or my mother was a very strong, dedicated person, but never really did what she wanted to do or never fulfilled her dreams and desires, okay? And I want to do better than that for myself, so I don't really want to give too much of myself with the Four of Pentacles in your first house, okay? And for those of you that have been trying to lose weight, I feel Aquarius is as well. You know, the Two of Pentacles in your sixth house of help, kind of help. I called it help. Help! You know, help, I've fallen and I can't get up in my sixth house. But anyway, with the Two of Pentacles in your house, people may need your help because, you know, there's things going on with their health and they need you to help them, okay? But I also feel for those of you that have been trying to get on a better, you know, nutritional path, or you've been trying to work on your weight and things like that, it may be feeling kind of stubborn right now with the Four of Pentacles in your first house, because the first house also represents the body. And I feel like it's a little bit hard with the Two of Pentacles in your sixth house to get into a routine that feels nice and normal to you, okay? And with the first house of the body being the Four of Pentacles, there may be, I'm just gonna say it, Aquariuses, there may be some, I gotta just tell you, there may be some constipation, or there may be, you know, a lack of hydration. And some of you may just be trying to figure out what's going on with your body here with the Two of Pentacles in your sixth house. And, you know, stress may be a contributing factor. You know, these types of things may be a contributing factor. It's really interesting with the Two of Swords in your house of money. It's almost like you guys don't really have a whole lot of time to think about those issues right now. It's kind of like hear no evil, see no evil with the Two of Swords. Like, as long as it seems it's going fine and I'm saving my money or trying to do a good thing, I guess I'll be fine, you know? The Two of Swords is pretty low drama, but it also can represent where we're just kind of afraid to take a look, you know, to kind of go deeper. So we're just kind of like, it'll be okay, all right? But let's go ahead and look at your 10th house of career. Oh, wow, I had a feeling. Here we go now. We have Judgment in your 10th house of career. Okay then. And some of you babies saying, hell, I'm not giving anybody any loans. You know, with the Four of Pentacles here, I want a loan. You know, I want somebody to come and give me something for once. Okay. But with Judgment in your 10th house, there's this feeling of hanging on to something that maybe has outlived its relevance in your life, okay? And Judgment in your 10th house can be kind of scary when it comes to the longevity of your career, or even just actually liking what you're doing or feeling dead inside about it, okay? And because Judgment is about a wake-up call as well. And this can have to do with I'm having a huge, massive transformation when it comes to my career, and I'm having a huge wake-up call, okay? Or you guys could be the one that is bringing that huge wake-up call to where you work or to where you're at, okay? And you're the trailblazer, okay? But it may not feel that way. And some of you may be having a hard time like getting up for work, or you may be having, you know, you may be having a little bit of a rough time with that, feeling kind of sluggish with the Four of Pentacles in your first house. And, you know, the Four of Pentacles in the first house is where we want to just hang on to something for dear life. But Judgment tells us, no, that isn't possible. A change is a-coming. And, you know, we can either get off the train or get on the train. But either way, you know, God, our angels, life, whatever it is going to force us to do something else. You know, like, no bueno, no can do, no can pass, no can collect 200. You know, what's that game? And it's in Monopoly. It's like, do not pass go, do not collect 200, do not, you know, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this is like, you know, I owned Park Place and all those other properties in Monopoly, and then I kind of lost them all, and now I don't know what to do with myself. So that's a very rock your world, rock you like a hurricane type of energy in your 10th house. And I can see why, you know, there could be massive changes that are happening. Some of you may just be gutting your entire career and flushing it down the toilet and saying, I don't really want to do that anymore. You're right. Like, I'm sick of being stuck with the Four of Pentacles. Like, I have enough to get by, but I'm truly agitated. Okay. Underneath it all, I'm letting out a primal scream that is echoing through the countrysides, and my bank account isn't going to even see what's coming with the Two of Swords, okay? But it's time, okay? It's time for a big shift in your career. And I think with the Two of Swords in your 9th house, you can be a self-starter and get excited about it, or we can continue to hold on to things that no longer have any relevance to us, but just make us feel safe. You know what I'm saying? And in today's economy, I get it. You know, I get wanting to cling on to like a safety net, or wanting to hold on to, you know, what you have so far. However, I think your career, or whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's certain hobbies that you love, vocational training, whatever it is, your vocation, your career, your goals, even if it's just your goals and you're not working right now, but you have enough money to get by, even if it's just your goals, I feel your goals and your ambitions and everything are on massive overdrive, massively up for reconsideration, and being massively tested right now, okay? And sometimes we have to put what we've always known under a microscope so that we can better understand where we need to be if we're not where we're supposed to be. Do you know what I'm saying? And when judgment comes up, it's saying, the angels are saying you're not really where you're supposed to be. You actually need to be somewhere else, and you will be somewhere else. And, you know, judgment correlates with Pluto as far as an astrological association, and it represents the spirit of primal fire. So it's like everything is getting burned up, you know, and what's left in the ashes is left to be seen. Okay, but it also can feel very expansive and liberating at the same time. However, you know, Pluto is a type of planet that will force you into an initiation, whether you want it or not, okay? And I think some of you may sense that that's coming, and so you've been trying to prepare yourself, or you've been trying to steady yourself, and you've been trying to keep yourself grounded with what you can do and because there's only so much you can do. Sometimes there's titanic forces in life that are causing us to have major disruptions, okay? And a lot of times the best we can do is hang on to what we have, you know, and just take it day by day is what I would say, Aquarians, okay? But I feel there's a lot of green field around you, and in sales or in, you know, any type of thing where you're trying to get your product or your message out there, we can talk about that concept of green field, right? That can be that there's so much green field, so there's so much new things to explore and to do. And I think it can be very exciting if you open yourself up to it. But this career theme for you is representing a bigger theme, because anytime we see the major arcana cards, we see a bigger theme at play in your life, okay? So this is a big theme for you guys right now, and Spirit just coming through with strength as your significator to say, look, there's no challenge that you cannot we have faith in you. We have faith in your courage and your discipline and your maturity. Okay. And I'm getting chills right now. So I know your guides are like, yeah, go ahead. We have faith in you. All right. And, you know, with judgment in your 10th house of career, there's nothing to really wait for anymore. The writing is on the wall. Okay. So there's massive shifts there. And in your, okay, so we'll talk more about all this. I know I'm sounding very intense about that, but Pluto intensifies anything that it touches. So when we say that judgment is associated with Pluto, we are talking about a certain level of intensity that is, you know, burning up our path and clearing the way so that we can get the realization that actually, no, I want better for myself, or actually, no, I can't believe I missed that all along. Thank you for clearing that out of my life. Okay. But it's not an easy process. Okay. And whenever I see the judgment card, it's card 20 in the tarot. And, you know, ever since we had that year 2020 and we had that Saturn-Pluto conjunction and the pandemic and all of that, whenever I see judgment now and I see the number 20, I can't help but think of 2020. So something massive may have, and I don't always think of it, but I am right now. And so something could have been, you know, brewing, or something could have been going through massive changes since 2022 as a result of everything in the world that has basically changed since then. Okay. I feel like with judgment in your 10th house of career, some of you feel like your purpose in life has shifted. All right. And, it's exciting. You know, your 9th house is on fire with the 2 of Wands. It's exciting. And I feel you guys are very good at things that you put yourself into when you're excited about it. All right. So let's see what we have in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and friends. Oh, the Page of Wands. Aquarius, right? Anyway, some of you guys may have a friend that is, you know, some of you may have a friend that's a bit hot on you, or is just really noticing your transformation and is like giving you a big old thumbs up. Like, you know, I feel this Page of Wands is in your corner. And again, we have another court card here. So, you know, this represents a particular person. It could be a fire sign or someone that has heavy fire energy, but, you know, somebody that's encouraging you along your path and is like, hell, go for it. You know, like, you're an example to me. And some of you could be that example to your friends, especially when it comes to your work or your career. Some of you may have some friends that really look up to you because they know you've been through a lot recently with that area of your life. And they're like, damn, you know, I want to be like Aquarius. I don't know if I could be exactly like Aquarius because, you know, the pages are all connected to the element of earth. And the Page of Wands represents the earthy part of fire, okay? So, you know, the part, and you wouldn't think earth and fire go together, but the part of fire that burns steadily and is, you know, and it's, the Judgment card is also a slow and steady fire. A lot of people think it's just total destruction. But when we look at the meaning of that card on a deeper Kabbalistic level, it actually has to do with the slow burning off of the things that no longer serve us. So there is this, I feel between you and a friend, there is this, some of you could have a friend that looks up to you or takes a lot of inspiration from your journey, or actually becomes creatively inspired by what you're doing. And I think with the sun in your 5th house, it's like, whoa, cool. Like, I inspire someone, or my story inspires someone. Or, you know, this could also be something of somebody wanting to interview you, or you guys, I'm just getting an energy of that right now, of you guys being in the spotlight, or somebody wanting to interview you, ask you about your story, you know, get your thoughts on things. All right. And also the Page of Wands is very flirty, you know. So some of you may have a friend that is you know, maybe they're a friend and they're like, damn, you know, if I liked girls or I liked guys, I'd be into you because you got this thing going on. Some of you may have a friend at work as well, or that you run into with your workplace that is very encouraging or is like, shit, you know. I feel people see you as a leader, all right, and a person that brings a great sense of transformation and change with them. And also a great sense of creativity too, when you guys step into the room. And it's very engaging energy, okay, Aquarius? So there is somebody here who's like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? And I love that for you guys. I love to see somebody genuinely like checking you out in a positive manner. Now, it doesn't have to be a sexual thing, but there may be some sexual undertones that some of you have with a friend, okay? However, I don't know that a lot of you are really ready to take it to that level because of this 5 of Pentacles in your 7th house, okay? And some of you may feel like, hey, I'm just surviving on my own here with the 4 of Pentacles. And when I add other things to it, it really, like, you know, I got to work so much on my own life right now and my own career and my own money that I don't really have time to think about that. But thank you. It's very flattering. And I like that, you know, I like that you like me, or I like that you, you know, it's a flattering thing. So that's a very nice energy for you, Aquarius. And, you know, it may be kind of the wrong time. With Judgment in your 10th house, it may be not the best timing. However, I do feel this is a person that you can keep as a friend because they genuinely seem to have an interest in you and what you're up to, okay? And they may have some really interesting thoughts on what you're going through as well. And you two may be able to kick some creative ideas around too. So I like that. I really, really do. That makes me happy for you. Let's check out your 12th house. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. We have the Knight of Pentacles in your 12th house. Okay, Aquarians. So the 12th, so we have 3 court cards here. So there's a lot of players on the scene. And for you guys, all right? And the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be, okay, when the Knight of Pentacles is in the 12th house, that completely drains and diminishes that Knight. And the Knight of Pentacles, contrary to what a lot of people think, has the ability to be because a lot of people looked at the Knight of Pentacles and go, oh, that person is just so slow. They never will get their shit together. You know, they're dragging their feet. Actually, the Nine of Pentacles represents the airy part of Earth, okay? So this is a character that can plan things, carry them out, come up with things, and get them done. However, when you put the Knight of Pentacles in the 12th house, what we see is somebody who feels like their effort isn't worth it, who feels like, you know, they're lacking on a deeper level. We see somebody who has the intention to show up and be there, but doesn't, but can't fulfill that, okay? And some of you may be really sick and tired of people who promise you the world and promise that they're gonna be there for you and promise you that, you know, they wanna be there, take care of you, or they wanna be your best friend, or they wanna like be in your corner all the time, okay? But when you need them or when things happen, they just can't deliver on those promises. Do you know what I'm saying, Aquarius? And it's very disappointing. And I feel like some of you could have dealt with a partner that had substance abuse issues. Oh my God, Aquarians. As soon as I was talking about that, my Siri on my iPad kicked on and started talking in the other room. And that always freaks me out whenever that happens. Like my heart literally just jumped into my butt. Anyway, But with the Knight of Pentacles in your 12th house, some of you could have had a partner in your house that, if they weren't so debilitated, if they weren't so, you know, lacking in confidence, if they didn't have so many issues, you know, with drugs or addiction or overdoing things all the time and not being able to come through on their promises, that they would have been a really good partner. They could have had the possibility to be a really good partner for you. But I feel like this person was lost to you, okay? Because the 12th house is also where we lose things, where we can't find something anymore, where, you know, we are disconnected from what's in the 12th house because we don't see it. It's like, you know, we're the first house. We come from our first house position, so we can't see what's in the 12th house. We don't know. And, you know, and I also feel like there's somebody that could be trying to resurrect themselves from the ghost lands of your past or of your life and come forward to you in a friendship type of a way to see how you are and to see how you're doing. However, I don't know if this is the right time for that, Aquarius, okay? It feels like there's a lot more pressing things that we need to get a handle on here before, you know, before we start dragging up, you know, people from the past and people who have disappointed us in the past, people who have not been there when we needed them, people that promised us the world and never actually came through, okay? So I think some of you could have seen that as well in your own families, and you made the decision with the 6 of Cups in your house of family. I don't ever want to be like that. I don't ever want to be in a family like that. I want to be in a family where people genuinely help each other and show up for each other and are very generous and present and deep with one another, okay? And you guys, I feel like, don't really like flaky people, but there may have been people that presented themselves as salt of the earth people to you, but they really weren't, or something in their life made it so that they weren't that way, okay? And maybe some of you with the Strength card here are wondering, am I always gonna have to do this on my own? Am I always gonna have to stand on my own? And I feel like some of you, as independent as you are, or as strong as you are, there's still maybe, with this Knight of Pentacles in your 12th house, this fantasy of this person who comes through and makes it all better, or exceeds your expectations. But I think you've dealt with that before, and people have been very disappointing, particularly the ones that promise everything. You know what I mean? I think it's almost like better when you meet someone and they're a little more, with the Page of Wands, it's a little more low investment than the Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's a little more like freer. It's a little bit more of a low investment. It's more of a, I'm just getting to know you type of an energy. It's not like I put my whole heart and soul into you and now you're nowhere to be found, okay? So that's a very interesting energy. Also, the Knight of Pentacles, if it were to represent you, would be, I'm the person that put everything I had into something and kept working and working and going on something, but I never saw my efforts materialize the way that I wanted them to, okay? And some of you could be realizing that with Judgment in your 10th house and just thinking, something's got to give, something's got to change, because I can't keep pouring my heart and soul into things only to get nowhere, or to only feel like I'm just waiting or not making progress. And I feel like some of you Aquarians are very hard on yourselves. You may expect perfection from yourself, okay? Some of you may be Libra risings here and have Virgo in your 12th house, all right? Some of you may actually have planets in your 12th house, Aquarians, and and you're just very like, you know, tough on yourself at times, okay? So I think actually it's good to have a reminder with this Page of Wands of, you know, the lightness of being and the fun and the kicking our heels up and having a good time with the sun and not taking things so seriously and not taking ourselves so seriously, right? Because the Four of Pentacles is a very serious type of a card, okay? So I think that's just something to keep in mind if it feels like there's a lot of responsibilities or if it feels boring. I think you can find a lot of fun and excitement in your 5th house of pleasure, which means, you know, doing, excuse me, Aquarians, I gotta take a drink of water. Which means doing the things that really make you feel lighthearted, make you feel like a kid again, make you feel like so excited and happy and just genuinely releasing. And also the Sun is a very naked card too. So, you know, maybe just getting naked and having some fun might be where you guys are at right now. And it's not a whole kit and caboodle of a partnership with the 5 of Pentacles in your 7th house, but, you know, maybe getting naked and having a good time might be something that could go on. Maybe your friends got their little eye on you or something. However, I just think if there is somebody that's continued to plague you or weigh on you, and for some of you, this may be a Virgo, I'm getting, Aquarians, okay? Actually, the Knight of Pentacles in the Tarot represents a Taurus, okay? But in your case, I really am feeling Virgo, okay? So some of you may have had a Virgo, or you may have Virgo in your chart, but somebody that really said they were gonna take care of things or help, but then they just disappeared when you needed them the most, okay? So, and left you with the responsibility, okay? Maybe even financially too, Aquarians. So I just want you guys to, maybe there is a need here to lighten up a little bit and have a little bit more fun, but I also think congratulate yourself because you have been going through a period of deep transformation. So don't get down on yourself, okay? If things aren't exactly perfect, some people are like, oh, by the time I'm 35, I thought I would be, you know, XYZ 1, 2, 3. I thought I would have the perfect family, you know, 6 of Cups or whatever. But that's not, you know, it's not, everyone has a different path, you know, so try not to beat up on yourself, and definitely don't allow, you know, ghosts of the past to materialize at this time, because I think, and someone may want to, I think you got a lot going on here. All right, I'm gonna pull a love card for you guys, and then we're gonna take it to your extended reading. I'm gonna pull a couple more. When it comes to love for my Aquarians, when it comes to love, let's see. Ooh, erotic bliss. Okay, well, that's lovely. And here you are at the center of it, and you look like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for with the Sun in your 5th house of pleasure. I'm looking for erotic bliss and fun. I'm not really looking for like 1,000 levels of commitment right now, because it's a huge pain in the ass, all right? So go for it, you know, go for it. Be you. And there is, like, the Queen of Pentacles wants to have some fun, I think, in your 8th house and have some erotic bliss with you, all right? So erotic bliss is the point, not, you know, dragging ourselves through the mud through all the hard times. I mean, there'll be plenty of times in life to have hard times with a partner. You know what I'm saying? Life is tough. But right now really isn't that time for you guys to have, you know, the total blues with a partner and have it all dragging down your energy, okay? I think you guys are looking for erotic bliss, okay? But we'll talk more about that in your 18 plus reading. Let's see what else here. What else do the Aquarians need to know? What else do the Aquarians need to know here, please? What else? Oh, okay. Leo, I will. Yes. that Leo energy, and we have Mercury retrograde on the bottom of the deck. So we are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde right now. So that could be going on underneath the surface here as well, bringing up ghosts from the past and things like that. But we have Leo energy, I will, and that fits perfectly with your significator strength. And, you know, it's like, I will enjoy my life, the sun. I will get to have moments to myself when I can actually relax and enjoy myself. I will, you know, put my stability and my stability and comfort first. I will, you know, shine like the beautiful person that I am. I will tackle the things in life that seem very challenging and very hard, and I'll do it anyway, because, you know, because some of us have to be examples, you know, and some people's lives are actually examples for other people. And I feel, Aquarius, you're at a place right now where other people may be relying on you for your stability, you know, and your common sense. All right. But I also feel like integrity is important. And if you say you're going to do something, then you do it. You know, it's like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to shortchange my own integrity and avoid it, you know? So there's a real energy for you here about that. Let's get one more card to close your very strong-willed energy, which I like that, you know? It's good for tackling problems and remaining strong. Let's go ahead and see. It's also good for the spotlight too, with that Leo energy. Let's go ahead and see. May also feel like that you have to be doing something all the time with the Knight of Pentacles in your 12th house. So that's why I think it's important to take some time too, all right? To laugh and enjoy yourself. But let's get another card here for my Aquarians. Another card, please, to close the reading. One more. What does Aquarius, there it is. What does Aquarius need to focus on? We have beauty on the bottom of the deck. So Spirit just wanting to remind you guys that you are beautiful. You are sexy. You are fun. You are, you know, all these things, right? Looking at yourself and going, damn, you know, I still got it like that with the sun in your 5th house. I can still shake a tail feather, okay? So let's go ahead and see what you should be focused on. Oh, I love this. The Capricorns got this too for their cards. So, you know, this is about finding the strength and the willpower within yourself to hold your ground and, to keep what you need for yourself, okay? And you can see her arms are folded in that position the same way that the Two of Swords is, the same way that basically the Four of Pentacles is. And I feel like you guys are holding strong to your position and to your money and to your common sense, which is great. I also feel like you're, on a deeper level though, I feel like you're finding a greater sense of peace and happiness and comfort when you really truly look within and you allow yourself some grace, okay? And you allow yourself to keep finding yourself no matter how old you are or how much of a perfectionist you are or how much of a demands on yourself type of person you are. I think it's about finding the things that you truly enjoy doing and finding the parts of yourself that you truly enjoy being. Okay, my Aquariuses, that is what I am getting for you today. I hope that that reading was helpful for you. And we are going to take it deeper into your extended 18+ love reading. If you'd like to join me on my Vimeo channel, there'll be a link to that reading below. Thank you so much, Aquarius. I'd love to hear your comments and what you thought about the reading. Take care, my lovelies.